Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today I'm going to make a hem mandala shirt. The shirt was washed and dried, soaked in a soda ash solution for at least 20 to 30 minutes. I wrung it out of my Panda spin dryer so it's just barely damp. I also have the shirt turned inside out. The shirt that I'm using is a soft ring spun cotton shirt. And this shirt has seams. So to begin, I'm going to fold the shirt in half and I'm going to line the seams of the shirt up. To fold the mandala, I'm going to begin like I was folding a paper airplane. I'm going to grab one corner of the shirt and fold it in toward the middle seam. I'm going to fold the other side in toward the middle seam as well, but to do that, I'm going to grab the shirt, lift it up off of the table, and the other side will fold back toward that middle seam. Now I'm going to turn the shirt over and straighten that fold and smooth out the wrinkles. I'm going to fold each side toward the middle seam one more time. Using a washable marker, I'm going to mark on my shirt where I don't want the mandala to extend beyond. Then I'm also going to make a mark toward the end of the mandala where I'd like for the center of the mandala to begin. I'm going to tie this line with some sinew, and then I'm going to make some diagonal lines going down toward the very end of the mandala. Once I get toward the end of the mandala, I'm going to do a few wraps down at the very end. Then I'm going to bring the sinew back the other direction toward the initial line and make diagonal lines going that direction as well. This will kind of make a crisscross pattern with the sinew going down into this center area. Now using my washable marker, I'm going to make a diagonal line on the shirt. Do a couple fan folds in this area. Because the shirt is so thick, it's pretty difficult to get very many fan folds in there, but I'm going to at least give it a couple folds and tie this part with some sinew. To tie with the sinew, I wrap it around the line a couple of times and then I pull it tight until I feel it catch. Then I wrap the sinew around that area a couple more times and pull it really tight again. Now I'm going to draw half of an oval and fan fold and tie this line. I'm drawing another diagonal line, which I'm going to fan fold and tie. And since I've almost reached that line that I don't want to go beyond, I'm going to just take my sinew and go straight across, not very far above this last line that I just tied. For the rest of the shirt, I'm going to open up the folds, scrunch it, and hold those folds in place with some rubber bands. Now I'm going to set the shirt aside and allow it to dry out completely. I personally like to go ahead and let the inside of a mandala dry out completely because I feel like I get better color saturation in the middle of the mandala portion. Right at the very end of the mandala, I'm going to put ice blue from Dharma Trading Company. Because these sections are so small, I'm going to dye several of them at the same time. So the next area that I'm going to dye, I'm going to use sky blue from Prochemical and Dye. The next area, I'm using periwinkle from Dharma. So in this end area of the mandala, I'm going to use the ice blue, sky blue, and periwinkle. In the next section, I'm using wisteria from Dharma Trading Company. The next area is iris from Prochemical and Dye. In this section, I'm going to add Imperial Purple from Dharma. I'm trying to go fairly slow and saturate each one of these areas pretty well. The fabric is really thick and I want to make sure that I get the dye into the middle. The last area, I'm going to add wisteria. For the remainder of the shirt, I'm going to use ice blue, sky blue, and periwinkle, which are the colors that I used on the center of the mandala. I'm going to randomly apply them to both sides of the shirt. Now that the shirt is dyed, I'm going to set it aside and allow it to process for at least 24 hours. After 24 hours, I started rinsing the shirt in my utility sink. I began rinsing in cold water to rinse out the soda ash that was in the shirt. I untied the shirt and then I gradually warmed the water up to hot to rinse out any of the excess dye that didn't bond with the shirt. When the water was almost clear, I put the shirt into my washing machine and washed it on a hot cycle along with some Dharma's textile detergent. After the shirt was washed and dried, this is what it looks like. So what's your opinion about this shirt? I like the colors on the shirt, and I like the effect on the top of the shirt with the 3 different blues. I think it gives it quite a bit of depth. However, I'm not really super excited about the lack of crispness in the mandala. I like the ring spun shirts, but I can't seem to get as nice of folds out of a shirt that's a ring spun. Do you all have that problem, or is it just me? I seem to have better success with just a regular cotton shirt. The other thing is I'm not a huge fan of the shirts with the seams down the side. I've had several of them where the seams shift or twist just a little bit, and it can be kind of difficult sometimes with different designs. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with the shirt. I wish the lines were a little bit more crisp and the folds looked a little bit more crisp, but it is a nice soft shirt to wear. If you guys have enjoyed this video, I sure would appreciate it if you would like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.